Shalom, shalom. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Once again, out here to prophesy and tell the people what's in store for them. Tell the people that they should fear Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And let them know that this place, America, known in the scriptures by many names, one of them being Babylon the Great, another one being Egypt. And this place is going to be completely, utterly destroyed because of its disobedience and its lack of fear of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And I'm going to start out in the book of 2nd Esdras. There's a lot of good things being spoken about in the book of 2nd Esdras. 2nd Esdras 1 and verse 5. And it says, "Go thy way and show my people their sinful deeds." When it says my people, it's only talking about those that are of 12 tribes of Israel and no other nation. It says show them their sinful deeds and their children their wickedness which they have done against me, that they may tell their children's children, because of the sins of their fathers are increased in them, for they have forgotten me and have offered unto strange gods. And that's what our people do. They go worship all the other gods than the one and true God, which his name is Yahweh, which his name means he exists. You know? And that's what our people love to do. They love to go to their churches or worship Allah or Buddha or what have you. Knowing that, you know, the one and only true power is Most High Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai, which means he delivers, or he the deliverer. This is verse 7. It says, "Am not I, even he, that brought them out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage? But they have provoked me unto wrath and despised my counsels." And that's our people, being hard-headed. Even though they saw the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai on Mount Sinai, they still chose to worship other gods, and they have the Most High at the top of that mountain giving Moses the laws, statutes, and commandments, because they were not patient enough to wait, you know, to see what was going on. They chose to worship other gods, as they do this day. And they will be punished again because they chose to worship other gods. Now those that are the elect are going to wake up and come back to who they truly are, and worship the one and only true power. Verse 8. "Pull thou off then the hair of thy head, and cast all evil upon them, for they have not been obedient unto my law, but it is a rebellious people." And that's our people. They are very rebellious against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and then they sit back and wonder why certain things are happening to them. Because you refuse to listen to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You choose to do whatever you want to do. This is Isaiah 65:2, and it says, "I have spread out my hands all the day unto a rebellious people." Right, the Most High is sending his prophets out day in, day out. They're edifying day in, day out, telling you what you need to do, what to do in order to receive protection in the time to come. Yet our people continue to be rebellious and choose to continue to not do the right thing, which is to come back and worship Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. It says, continuing on, which walketh in a way that was not good after their own thoughts. And that's our people. If they don't believe something, they shun it because they believe that their way is the way, when there's only one way to make it. And that's the way that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai have told us to be. You know, that's why we have to get out the ways of the world. You know, because this world is nothing but destruction. The ways of this world is going to destroy a lot of people, you know. This is Proverbs 1 I'll start at 20, and it says, wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the street. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates, in the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And that's our people. They love to be simple and they love simplicity, you know, even though it's being told them that danger is on the way and Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to come back with the angels and destroy this place. But before all that happens, you know, a famine is coming, more pestilences are coming, great death is on the way. And yet our people still refuse to listen. They refuse to understand the danger that is at hand. They refuse to understand that Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you know, that the Most High Yahweh creates evil and he creates good. He's about to bring evil upon this earth. You know. Verse 23 says, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called, verse 24, because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel and would none of my reproof. Again, it says right there, the Most High stretching his hand out to get his people to come back in, but yet nobody's listening because they are going to be destroyed because of what? Their own thoughts. They're not thinking about the fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you know. They're looking for a sign and they're not going to get it. It says, because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel and with none of my reproof. I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. And when your fear cometh upon you, for the things that are coming on this earth, the Most High is going to laugh and he's going to mock you because you chose not his fear. You chose to do the things that the world has prescribed for you, not what Yahweh Shem Yahushua has prescribed for you. You know? Verse 27, when your fear cometh as desolation and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. Right. Most High is not going to answer when you finally decide to call upon him. It's going to be too late. You know, things are already going to be set fully in motion, and it's going to be too late. Only those that are of the elect, the hopefully elect, those that are of the remnant, are the ones that are going to come back. Everybody else is going to continue on doing the things, you know, that are going to lead them to that destruction. You know. Verse 28 again, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Right, you're not going to find that protection when you need it the most. The Most High is not going to be there for you early. Whenever all these things start to jump off, everything starts to pop off in its perfection, the Most High is not going to be there for you when you start calling on those names. You know, verse 29. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. They would none of my counsel, they despised all my reproof. Therefore they shall eat the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me, which is going to be those that are of the elect, shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from the fear of evil. You know, but the rest of you, that evil is going to cause you to probably kill yourself. That fear is going to cause you to make bad decisions, you know, while the Most High is guiding those that are of the hopeful elect in those days and the days that are to come very shortly. You know, they're not going to be taken aback from the fear of evil. The fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to be in them. And it's in them now. Therefore, the Most High is going to guide them the way they need to go to be safe in those days to come. And those that refuse are going to be destroyed because they refuse the fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, when that evil comes, it's going to destroy it. Bear with me. This is Isaiah 1 and 2. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord Yahweh hath spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me. That's our people continuing to rebel against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You know, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. Right, a dumb animal. A so-called dumb animal knows where his master is. But yet our people does not understand how important the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is. You know, but Israel does not know. My people do not consider. You know, that's our people. They don't consider. You know, and they're not even considering the times that we're in. They're not even considering that everything is about to get really, really bad out here. Things are about to get terrible, especially when that famine hit at its perfection. You know, people are going to be doing things, anything they can do to eat. Verse 4 it says, "Ah, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord Yahweh. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward." Our people are going away backward because the ways of this world has enticed them to do things that are pleasurable, and they want to continue on in that pleasurable state. They want to continue on living the good life when we're not here to live the good life. You know, we're not here to make it. We're not here to make a name for ourselves in America. We're not here to become rich. You know, we're not here to become millionaires or what have you. You know, we're here as a punishment for not hearkening to the voice of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. We're here as a punishment because we continue to rebel against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's the reason why we're here. That's the reason why our people continue to get gunned down, because that's a punishment. That's the reason why our people are never going to be recognized as less than a man here in America, because we're here as a punishment. You know, and he used so-called white man Esau, Edom, and the other nations to punish us. But we're on our way back home soon enough. This is Deuteronomy 9:7. It says, "Remember and forget not how thou provokest the Lord Yahweh thy power to wrath in the wilderness." And in a sense, we're in the wilderness again. And our people are continuing to provoke Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to wrath. Continuing to provoke, you know, the Most High by continuing to doing the things that they're doing. Not knowing that a change is needed in them in order to receive protection. You know, but 2/3 of our people are not going to get it. Over half of our people are not going to get it. You know, only a remnant is going to get it. "From the day that thou didst depart out of the land of Egypt until ye came unto this place, ye have been rebellious against the Lord Yahweh." And our people continuing to be rebellious, continuing to do things that are unseemly, continuing not to repent, continuing to trust in the ways of the world. You know, continuing to trust in your own way. I'm going to go from there to the book of Jeremiah, the 5th chapter, and the 21st verse. And it says, "Hear now this, O foolish people, and without understanding, which have eyes and see not." You got eyes and you can't even see the danger that's on the way. You can't see that prophecies are happening day in and day out. You can't see that the world is changing around you, not for the better, but for the worse. You know? It says, "Which have eyes and see not, which have ears and hear not." You're not hearing the prophecies that are coming out of the mouths of the prophets, which are speaking day in and day out. You're not even hearing it. Even though you're hearing this truth, you're not even understanding it. You know? Verse 22, it says, "Fear ye not me, save the Lord." The Most High telling you, you don't fear me, even though I created all these things that you see. Save the Lord. "Will ye not tremble at my presence, which have placed the sand for the bound of the sea by a perpetual decree, that it cannot pass it? And though the waves thereof toss themselves, yet cannot prevail. Though they roar, yet can they not pass over it." And you know how powerful the sea is, but it cannot overtake the sand, because the Most High has put everything in order before his eyes. And the water is in order. The same way he's going to put this earth in order. You know what I'm saying? And he's on his way to do that. But before that happens, all hell is getting ready to break loose. It's going to be utter chaos on this planet. Great death is headed for everything. Verse 22, verse 23, it says, but this people hath a revolting and rebellious heart. They are revolted and gone. Neither say they in their heart, let us now fear the Lord Yahweh our power, that giveth rain, both the former and the latter, in his season. But he reserveth unto us the appointed weeks of the harvest. Your iniquities have turned away these things, and your sins have withholden good things from you. From among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait, they set snares, they set trap, they catch men, and that's what a bunch of those preachers do. You know, they set the snares by telling you everything is all good. You know what I'm saying? Follow what his name, Jesus. Follow him. The Most High loves everybody, and that's a lie. The Most High don't love everybody. The scriptures say the Most High hated sinners. You know, it says he hates Esau and he loved Jacob. You know, there's two sides to the Most High. Either he's gonna love you, or he's gonna hate you. He's gonna bring good to you, or he's gonna bring evil to you. There's no in between. You know. Verse 27, as a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Therefore they are become great and waxing rich. They are waxing fat, they shine, yet they overpass the deeds of the wicked. They do more than the wicked. You know, they were taught to be wicked by the wicked, and in their deeds they surpass the wicked in the Most High's eyes. They judge not the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper, and the right of the needy do they not judge. Shall I not visit for these things? The Most High telling you, shall I not repay you and visit you for the things that you do? You know, say the Lord, shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this? A wonderful and horrible thing is committed in the land. The prophets prophesy some falsely, and these people out here calling themselves prophets, you know, but at the same time they're still following Christianity, telling people lies. You know, you're pretty much prophets, you're pretty much prophets that's going to lead these people to their destruction. They're prophesying falsely. And her priests bear rule by their means, and my people love to have it so. These people love to go to church on Sunday and hear these lies. They love to continue to be lied to. They love to be not told the truth. They love to be not told what's really going on in the world. They love to be told everything's going to be okay. Everything's not going to be okay in the foreseeable future. You know? And my people love to have it so. And what will you do in the end thereof? You know? You're going to be caught up in this thing, not understanding why it's going on. I love how the people ride by and look at me like I'm crazy. This is funny to me. I'm going to go to the book of Ezekiel 2. Verse 3. The world is headed for a real dark place, man. You know, that's the reason why the Most High set up his prophets, to compel our people to come back in and to tell them the dangers that are out here. Looks like this thing. And to tell the people of the dangers that are out here. You know, danger, we're in for some real dangerous times. The way of life as these Americans know it is about to change dramatically. It's not going to get better. It's just going to keep getting worse, worse, and worse, and worse. This is Ezekiel 2 and 3. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that hath rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day. And even unto this very day, our people are continuing to rebel against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Even though it's being told them that they're the greatest people on the planet, they don't want to hear it. Even though it's being told them that protection is going to lie, salvation lies with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, they don't want to hear it. They would rather continue on in their lives because pretty much they're brainwashed into thinking that this way of life is going to continue. But it's not. This way of life is going to be destroyed. This whole way of life, this whole way of thinking, everything here is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. And if you don't change, you're going to be destroyed right along with it. The Most High is not a respecter of persons, as this whole world is about to find out. You know? Verse 4, for they are impudent children and stiff-hearted. I do send unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh. Ask they whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. You know, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there has been a prophet among them. Yeah, when you start seeing these things coming to pass, you're going to understand it. Those were the prophets that were speaking it to you. Those were men of the Lord telling you about the calamities that are about to come. Those men of the Lord is out here to tell you, to compel you to come back. But yet, our people being stiff-hearted, hard-headed, rebellious, are not going to listen. You know? For one, because the status of the men telling you about these things that are happening are not high right now, but the status of those men are high, you know, with the Most High. It's just not high in this world because they are not of the world. You know? If we were of the world, the world would love us. You know? But the Most High is separating his elect from the rest of the world. And rightfully so, because they are his elect. They have been chosen from the foundation of the world to receive salvation. And those are the ones that are going to listen in these days to come. You know, I'll read verse 5 again. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there has been a prophet among them. Verse 6, and thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words, though briars and thorns be with thee, and thou dost dwell among scorpions. Be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. And thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are most rebellious. So you're supposed to tell them whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. And the majority of our people are not going to hear. They're going to forbear these words. And they're going to get caught out there when it gets real dangerous, not knowing what way to go. You know? Hey, but that's on them. That's on them. Like, they have no excuse. Because it's being told them what's going to happen. They can't say they don't know. This is the book of Sirach, 32. Sirach 34. And 13, it says, the spirit of those that fear the Lord shall live. And the only ones that are going to fear the Lord again is the remnant. It's only the remnant that's going to fear the Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It says, verse 13, the spirit of the Lord, the spirit of the fear of the Lord shall live, for their hope is in him that saveth them. And that's what our hope is in. While everybody else is hoping in the ways of this world, everybody else is hoping that their weapons and their knowledge of worldly things are going to save them. But they couldn't be further from the truth. You know, they think that hoarding of supplies are going to save them, but it's not. It's the fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushua that's going to save you. Verse 15 says, blessed is the soul of him that feareth Yahweh Shem Yahushua, to whom doth he look, and who is his strength. Right, the strength of the remnant in the days to come is going to be the Lord. It's going to be Yahweh Shem Yahushua. No strength in this world is going to be able to save you. But our people are about to be they're in for a rude awakening. Hebrews 11:1. It says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. You know, we hope for the things that the scriptures told us is going to happen. You know, we hope that the Most High is going to save us in the time to come. We hope for salvation. You know, that's where our faith lies in. You know, hoping and having faith that these words are faithful and true, what the scriptures say, and they are faithful and true, because these prophecies are happening. Everything's happening on schedule. Everything's been put in place for a great tribulation to happen. And everything is about to come to pass. Scripture says, though it tarry, wait for it. It shall not tarry. And we can clearly see these things are happening. We can clearly see that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is getting ready to work a great work in the earth. His wisdom and his knowledge is going to be what carries us to the end for those that are going to make it. And I hope that I'm one of those people. Go to the book, back to Sirach. Ecclesiasticus 2:7, it says, ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside lest ye fall. If you go aside from waiting on Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you're probably going to fall. You're not going to make it. You have to wait for his mercy. And he's going to have mercy on those that are calling on him in these days, those that are the remnant, those that are the hopefully elect in the days to come. You know what I'm saying? And ye, it said verse 8, ye that fear the Lord, believe him. And it's right. We believe this report. The Most High opened the minds of his elect, opened the minds of those that he's going to save, and we believe this report. And your reward shall not fail. And he said what he was going to give to those that wait. He said what he was going to do for those that are patient, that wait upon him. And his reward is going to be greater than anything that we could ever think of, anything that we could imagine. He said, ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? For whom did he ever despise that called upon him right? He's not going to despise his elect, because those are the ones, the remnant, that's going to be here calling on the names of Yahweh, Shem Yahushua, while everybody else is calling on other things and trying to survive by other means. And the only way you're going to survive is through Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Verse 11, it says, for the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in the time of affliction. And the time of affliction, the time of Jacob's trouble, Jeremiah 30:7, is about to happen. That time of affliction is about to come in its perfection. And the only ones that are going to make it out of it are those that are the hopefully elect, those of the remnant that were chosen from the foundation of the earth. We're in for some hard times. But it's okay. The remnant is going to make it. Those are the only ones that need to make it. Everybody else that refuse to listen, so what? Your unbelief, Romans 3:3, is not going to stop anything. Your unbelief is not going to stop these prophecies from rolling. Your unbelief is not going to stop anything Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to get done. This is Sirach 32:14. It says, whoso feareth the Lord will receive his discipline, and they that seek him early shall find favor. Right. Those that are seeking the Most High early now, before this affliction sets in, before all this evil is set about on this earth, those are the hopeful elect that are going to find favor in those days. Whoso feared the Lord, verse 14, whoso feared the Lord will receive his discipline, and they that seek him early shall find favor. Verse 15, he that seeketh the law shall be filled therewith, but the hypocrite will be offended thereat. Just like these people are offended when you tell them about the things that are to come. They are offended when you tell them the way that they're living, is wrong. And it's going to cause them to be destroyed. They get offended, and they start coming up against these words, coming up against this truth, which makes them not believe this truth. The book of go to the book of Jeremiah 2:19, and it says, thine own wickedness shall correct thee, and thy backsliding shall reprove thee. Know therefore and see that it is an evil thing and bitter, that thou hast forsaken the Lord Yahweh thy power, and that my fear is not in thee, said the Lord Yahweh of hosts. See, it's not a good thing that the Most High's fear is not in you. The fact that you don't fear Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, all these calamities, whatever it may be, the famine, the sword, or whatever, could take you out. Wild beast, it could take you out. You know, some kind of disease, pestilence, could take you out. All these things could happen to you because you chose not to fear of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. You know, Most High is going to bring unimaginable evil to the people that choose not his fear. We'll go to the book of Isaiah. and 8. And it says, for Jerusalem is ruined, and Judah is fallen, because their tongue and their doings are against the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, to provoke the eyes of his glory. And why is Jerusalem ruined? Because our people chose not to fear of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. They chose the ways of the world, you know. With me, verse 9, it says, to show up their countenance, those witness against them, and they declare their sin in Sodom, they hide it not. You're right. People are out here not hiding what they're doing anymore. I mean, especially here in America. And this is spiritually Sodom and Gomorrah. Because you can be whatever you want to be here, no matter how vile it is, no matter how wrong it is. Nobody looks down upon it. Everybody applauds you for coming out. You get applauded for how wicked you are here. That's why this place is going to be destroyed. You know, and that goes to show you that those that are in power are not fit to rule. You know, verse 10, it says, say ye to the righteous that it shall be well with him, for they shall eat the fruit of their doings, and the fruit of their doings is salvation for the righteous. Kingdom. Verse 11 says, woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given him, which is destruction. The reward for not hearkening to the voice of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, you know, is destruction. Or whatever calamity is going to come your way in the days to come. Bear with me. Book of Proverbs 3 and 5. And it says, trust in the Lord Yahweh with all thine heart. Lean not unto thine own understanding. And you hear a lot of people say stuff like, well, that's not what I believe. I don't believe in that. I believe in this. You know, to my understanding, this is how it goes. In their own mind, they're always right. There's only one truth. But here in the land of America, Babylon the Great, there's many truths. You can be whatever you want to be. You can do what you want to do. Shit, if you want to worship this pavement out here, you can do it. You know, nobody's going to look at you like you crazy because that's your God. But there's only one power, you know, and his name is Yahweh. His son's name is Yahweh Shai. You know, verse 6 says, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. And that's what he's going to do for the remnant. You know, he's going to direct the paths of the righteous, the remnant, to salvation. Verse 7 says, be not wise in thine own eyes, fear the Lord, and depart from evil. And that's what the righteous, the remnant, is going to do. It shall be health to thy neighbor and marrow to thy bones. It's going to give you strength. You know? That's what these people in this world like to do, is lean on their own understanding, not knowing that that's dangerous. It's Proverbs 9 and 10, it says, the fear of the Lord, Yahweh, is the beginning of wisdom. You know, that's the beginning when you start to understand that you're not supposed to be living the way that this world tells you to live. You know, you start understanding that everything in this world is meant for your destruction. It's not meant for your health. It's not meant for you to, you know, it's not meant for good for you. And the knowledge of the holy is understanding. You get understanding from the knowledge of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You understand that this is not the place for us. You understand that we're here for our punishment and not for us to prosper. You start to understand these things. You start to get out of the ways of this world. Proverbs 1:23, it says, turn you at my reproof. I will pour out my spirit to you. I will make my words known unto you. I'll read this again. Because I have called and you refused, I will stretch out my hand and no man regarded. Ye have said it not, all my counsel, and will none of my reproof. The Most High is going to laugh. I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear comes. That's what's going to happen because you refuse to listen. You know? You refuse to listen at these words. And the scriptures also tell us in Isaiah 33:6 that verse 6 it says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is his treasure. The only thing that's going to get us through this is knowing that when all this is over with, you know, it's coming salvation for the remnant. And through all of this, the Most High is going to take care of those that he's chosen from the foundation of the earth. We know that these things have to come to pass before salvation comes. We know that this place has to be destroyed. We know that famine is coming. That's the reason why this wisdom and knowledge is going to be our stability. We know that this devil can do no more to us than the Most High wants him to do. And if that requires death, then so be it. That means the Most High wanted that to happen. You know? But you're still going to receive the reward. You're still going to receive that new body. You're still going to be changed at the twinkling of an eye. You're still going to make it. You just have to endure all the way to the end. And that's the patience, waiting upon Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Because one, he's not bound by the time that we're in. You know? He's on a whole nother level. A whole nother level. This is the book of Proverbs 14:27. And it says, the fear of the Lord, Yahweh, is the fountain of life, is a fountain of life, to depart from the snares of death. And the snares of death are going to be all around this place very soon. Only the remnant are going to be the ones to depart from it. You know? The remnant is the ones that's going to make it. You know? And the fear of the Lord is the fountain of life. You know? Because if you fear the Lord all the way to the end, you're going to receive of that fountain of life. You're going to receive immortality. Yes, immortality is on the way for the 12 tribes of Israel. Next chapter over, Proverbs 15:16. Better is little with the fear of the Lord Yahweh than great treasure and trouble therewith. And that's what our people trying to do in these times. They're trying to build up their treasures. You know, they're trying to buy land. They're trying to do all these things to make it in this world, you know. But it says better is little with the fear of the Lord, because you're going to receive lot. You're going to receive a lot after this place is destroyed because of that fear. But you can't tell our people that, because they're going to continue on doing what they want to do. Sirach 40:26, and it says, riches and strength lift up your heart, but the fear of the Lord is above them both. Exactly. You can have all the riches you want in this earth, and it means nothing. Look at all the power that these people have that run this planet. They have all the power to do what they want to do. They have all the power to do what's given to them to do. But yet, all that's going to be taken away from them. You know, all that power that they have, that they're going to be wielding, that they are wielding right now, is going to be taken away from them, because the Most High is coming back to save his people. He's coming back to put the world back in order, and that's in righteousness. It means nothing. Riches mean nothing. Sirach 40:26 still. Continuing on. There is no want in the fear of the Lord, and it needeth not to seek help. people are about to understand Most High is no joke and he's not playing. Just bear with me. Sirach 23 and 27. And they that remain shall know that there is nothing better than the fear of the Lord, and that there is nothing sweeter than to take heed unto the commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. It is great glory to follow the Lord and to be received of him is long life, and the remnant is going to be received of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. It ain't nothing better than the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You know, and our people are going to understand that when they start seeing the miracles that are going to be happening in the times to come. You know, they're going to understand that they were wrong. They're going to understand that they were fooled into believing that the ways of this world can save them. And the ways of this world is your destruction. You know, it says there is nothing better than the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. The remnant knows that. Those that the Most High is with know that. But the rest of the people, they're not going to hearken. No, they're not going to understand either. You know? Very weak in here. We'll go to the book of Hebrews. Ten and 30. And it says, for we know him that saith, vengeance belongeth to me. I will recompense, say the Lord, and again, the Lord shall judge his people. That's right, vengeance belongeth to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And if you fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, you will know that. You know, vengeance belongs to him. Because people are going to be looking to themselves and their weapons to save them and protect them from the times that are to come. But we all know that those weapons are only going to get you so far. It's only this power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua that can save you from the times that we're in. That's it. You know, only his power. Make sure this thing is still recording. Yes, sir. Only his power is what's going to save you. You know, in the times to come. Verse 31 says, Hebrews 10 and 31, it says, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. And the Most High is going to take a lot of people out in the times to come. A lot of people are going to fall into the hands of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, not for good, but for evil. Not for their safety, but for their destruction. And that's what is about to happen in the earth. A lot of people are going to die, lose their lives because they chose not to fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You know, they're going to understand what true fear is. This is Matthew 10 and 28. Says, and fear not them, this is our Lord Yahweh Shai speaking, and fear not them which kill the body. Salakia, let's start over. And fear not them which kill the body, which are these people that run this earth. They're able to kill your body, but they cannot do away with your spirit. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul. But rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. You ought to fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. He created your soul and this body that your soul resides in. He could kill you in the most gruesomest way and then bring you back and take you out again the same way. You know, he could do that. And you won't even have remembrance that you died like that before in a previous life. You know, that's why you are to fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You know, he has everything imaginable at his disposal to do to you. We can't even imagine the things that he could do to you. You know? And a lot of evil things are imagined for the people that are not going to hearken to his voice in the time to come. That's why this place, America, is going to be destroyed, because they choose not to fear of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, those that are in power, even though they know the truth. Even though they know that there's a power above them, they still choose to do things in wickedness. Psalm 76:7, it says, "Thou, even thou, art to be feared, who may stand in thy sight, when once thou art angry." And the Most High is angry right now. That's why we're seeing these things happening. And his anger is about to get greater and greater, because things are about to get worse and worse in the world. The Most High is about to reset this earth, and it's not going to be reset in the way that these people that run this earth think it is. It's going to be reset in righteousness, you know, and this place is going to be destroyed, you know, to show the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You know, I'm going to go to the book of 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 1, and it says, "Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria." And what's Babylon? Right here in America. This place is going to be destroyed. It says, "Woe to thee, woe be unto thee, Babylon." Verse 2, it says, "Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair, bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand." The destruction of this place is at hand, because this place chose not to fear of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And even if you are of the 12 tribes of Israel, you're going to be destroyed right along with it, because you chose not to fear of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua either. You know, verse 3 says, "A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back?" Right. Nobody can turn back this destruction. You know, destruction is headed to this place, and who can turn it back? Nobody. "A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away?" Right, nobody. The Most High has his eyes set on this place to destroy it, and it's going to happen. Verse 6, "May any man drive away an angry lion in the wood, or may one quench the fire in stubble, when it has begun to burn?" Verse 7, "May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer?" No, once that arrow starts to fly, the same way when those missiles start to fly, they're going to go straight to their mark. They're going to hit what it's intended to hit. And they are intended to hit here in America to destroy this place. You know, verse 8 says, "The mighty Lord sent the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away?" Nobody's going to be able to drive away the things that are coming to the world, especially here in America, Babylon the Great. This place is going to be completely and utterly destroyed. This is the book of Psalms 137. And verse 7. And it says, "Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom." And we know who Edom is. Esau, the so-called white man. You know. "Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, which is America, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stone." And that's what's going to happen to these people, you know, during their slavery and before. Because once that spiritual power is given out, nobody's going to be spared, whether you are of 2/3 of our people or whether you are of another nation. All hell is going to break loose. Everything that Esau, Edom, and these other nations did to our people is going to be repaid back to you, because that is a righteous thing to do. You know, the same way you dashed our little ones against the stones is the same way that we're going to do yours. And the only ones that are going to receive this honor are those that fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Everybody else is going to be destroyed. You know, Isaiah 47 in verse 1, it says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon." And who's that virgin daughter of Babylon? That would be none other than America. "Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." And we can see this place not being called tender and delicate right before our eyes. The rest of the world pretty much hate this place. Even the people that live here, a lot of the people that live in this filthy place hate this place. You know, I being one of them, because of the things that go on here. This is Isaiah 26 and 5. It says, "For he bringeth them down to dwell on high." And do not these people that rule this earth, that make the laws, and make all the rules here, do not they dwell on high? Does not America dwell on high? You know, the lofty city, which is America, he laid it low. This place is going to be brought low. It's being brought low as we speak. He laid it low. He laid it low even to the ground. He bringeth it even to the dust. And what's going to bring this place to dust? Those nuclear missiles. They were not created to just sit in their silos. They were not created to just sit off shore in those submarines. You know, they were created to be used for the indignation of the Lord. They were created for the purposes of destroying this place, America, and other places that are going to be hit by them on the earth, because this place needs to be cleansed. And the Most High is not going to cleanse it with water anymore. You know, he's going to cleanse it with fire. The world is going to be reset in righteousness, not reset in the wickedness that these people think is going to be reset in. You know? Bear with me a second. And this place, America, is going to be made dust. For one, this place does not choose the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. I'm going to go to the book of Obadiah, verses 3-4, and it says, "The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee." That's right, the pride of this place, the pride of these people here, the pride of the people in the world, it all has deceived you. Because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to reshape this world in righteousness. It has deceived you in thinking that it's going to continue on, that everything is going to carry on. This place is slated to be destroyed, and rightfully so, because it chose not the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. "Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, and whose habitation is on high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?" And that's the mindset of these people that run this earth. They are so arrogant. They have all the power. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. You know, and they run this earth in wickedness. They believe that their plans are going to be made true. They believe that their power is going to go untouched, but that's not true. The Most High is going to bring you down. You know, "Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, save the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua." And these people are up in the sky, you know, but they're going to be brought down. You know, they have made themselves high. They have made themselves into something unforgivable. That's the reason why this place is going to be destroyed. That's why they're going to be brought down to the ground. And America is going to be brought down to the ground. It's going to be turned into dust. It's going to be turned into sand. It's going to be turned into a desert, you know. This place is not going to recover from the destruction that is going to come to it. Go back to the book of Isaiah 47. In verse 2 it says, "Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the river. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. And we're seeing that shame in the earth right now. We're seeing the nakedness of America because everything is being exposed in these last days. This place is being made naked. It cannot hide. It cannot hide anymore because everything is out there. And anybody that comes out with the truth in any form or fashion, they got this fancy term called conspiracy theorists, and they try to make everybody look crazy. You know, which when the truth is out, they rule with lies and deception. When the truth comes out, that's when they pounce on that person, or even their favorite move, first to discredit, and then if they can't discredit them enough, they kill them. And we've seen this over and over again throughout the history since this man has been in power. Verse 3 says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance and will not meet thee as a man. The Most High is coming back as an angelic force in these times to come. The Most High is coming back with destruction. You know? Stay in the book of Isaiah. Go to chapter 13. And verse 19. And it says, in Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And how was Sodom and Gomorrah overthrew? By fire. Fire and brimstone. It was completely destroyed, burned up, wiped out. That's the same way same thing that's gonna happen here in America. You know? They worship the same gods as all the ancient wicked people did. They have the same gods, the same magic, same everything that they did in the ancient world as far as wickedness. These people has taken everything from every nation that has ruled, and they put it in this place. That's the reason why this place is going to be destroyed. You know, this place is headed for destruction, and that's just what it is. I'm going to read 19 again. In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Verse 20, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation, the same as Sodom and Gomorrah. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, her days shall not be prolonged. And we can see this place about to fall. We can see this place headed for its destruction. It's quite evident what's in the future for this place. You know? I'm going to go to the book of Genesis 19. And 23. And it says, the sun was risen upon the earth. You know, this is the account when Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. The sun was risen upon earth when Lot entered Zoar. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord Yahweh out of heaven. And he overthrew those cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the cities that which grew upon the ground. See, he's going to overthrow this place the same way. And it goes on, and when his wife looked back and was turned into a pillar of salt, she was destroyed. Which is the same thing going to happen to these people. You're not going to be turned into a pillar of salt. You're going to be melted for those that refuse to listen. It was told to her not to look back, but she chose to look back. And she was destroyed for that. I'm going to go to the book of Isaiah 34 and 1. And it says, come near ye nations to hear, and hearken ye people, let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter. And this is what's happening now. All these nations of the earth, their armies are being mobilized for what is called World War III. Everything is being set in place for the Most High to destroy these nations and their armies in the valley of decision. You know? Verse 3, their slain shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. Now what's going to cause the heavens to be rolled together as a scroll? That's the nuclear destruction. That's the thermonuclear destruction that's coming to this place. That's what's going to cause this place to be rolled together like a scroll. That mushroom cloud that comes from those weapons. And all their hosts shall fall down as a leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. And that sword that he's talking about is talking about those ICBM missiles, those hypersonic missiles. When they go out up into the sky and come back down, they're going to be bathed in the atmosphere. You know? And it shall come down upon Idumea. What's Idumea? That's here in Babylon the Great, America. And upon the people of my curse to judgment. This place is going to be judged. That's how this place is going to be turned into a desert. That's what's going to cause those doleful creatures to dwell here. That's what's going to cause the owls to dwell here, you know, after this place is destroyed. That's what's going to cause this place to be turned into a desert, so that only those creatures will dwell here. The Most High has a great destruction for this place. We'll go to the book of Jeremiah 50. And verse 9. Read down a little bit. It says, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations. And we can see these nations being assembled right now from the north country. And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. Those arrows are talking about those missiles, and they're going to hit their spot. And they're not going to return. And Chaldea shall be spoiled, and all that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord. Because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced, O ye destroyers of mine heritage, because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass, as bellows, and bellow as bulls. You see, verse 12, your mother shall be sore confounded, she that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be as a wilderness and a dry land and a desert. And the one that bore America was Great Britain, England. That place is going to be ashamed of America for something that's going to happen, you know. And they're going to turn against America along with these other nations to destroy it. Because of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall wholly be desolate. Even everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at her plague. People are going to be amazed at how this place is going to be destroyed. It's going to make them afraid at how this place is going to be destroyed also. You know, it says, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her and spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And this place decided to choose not the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. This place chose not to fear. That's the reason why this place is going to be destroyed. You know, this place is going to be greatly destroyed. Nothing good is coming to this place, you know. This place is going to be destroyed, and there's nothing that's going to save it from out. You know, there's nothing going to be able to save this place from out of the destruction that's coming. Again, this place chose not to fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. another reason why it's going to be destroyed. Verse 15 says, shout against her round about. She hath given her hand, her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down, for it is the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh. Take vengeance upon her, as she hath done, do unto her. So nothing good is coming to this place. And those that did not choose the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, all this hell, you're going to get caught up in it. But you know, that's pretty much it right there. I'm going to end it right there. And I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rekakadash, and double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.